Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, or welcome back. This is your host Oni, the acidic Oni that is, and yeah, you saw this thumbnail and title, so you know what's up. Um, Not a whole lot to be explained here. This is one of my favorite games. Kind of bonded with my mom a lot with the Genesis, so um, I've always enjoyed this, game as a throwback. Um, about about 17, 18 years ago, I was working on speedrunning this, so I used to be pretty good at it, but I did a practice run earlier tonight, and I realized a couple things that are kind of surprising. I remember more than I thought I would, but I don't remember nearly as much as I should. So I am playing on the Ultimate Genesis Collection here. It's on the PS3, so... but for all intents and purposes, it's basically the same game, so I didn't feel like I was being too misleading with that. Still jams. Y'all gotta let me know if the audio needs any tweaking or tuning. I got a new rig, new setup, so I'm kind of bringing stuff out for the first time. Pretty excited about it, actually. Oh, yeah, I could be paying more attention, but yeah, it's a late night stream. Alright, it's just gonna be one of those days. It's really gonna be one of those days. There was a practice run earlier, I do promise. That did happen. Oh, you know what? I was also gonna turn Tails off. So, you know what? Let's just reset the game. That was a button check. That wasn't real. I'm excited about this. I figured this would be a good stream for people who work overnight or just have like a lot of earbud time to themselves. I like to play with Sonic alone because when you go to do the emeralds and stuff, it can actually cost you rings. I'm actually not going for the emeralds in this, so I kind of did make it a little bit harder on myself, but because he can't accidentally score you extra hits and pick up extra rings and stuff. Besides that, he doesn't really do too much else. I just kind of got used to playing without him back in the day, and so that's how I like to play now. Oops. Another reason I would watch this stream is, if you're about to go to bed, or you live on the other side of the world, and you're nostalgic about Sonic 2. So I figure I'd just go ahead and throw in some Sonic 2 and give the people what they want, you know what I mean? Just kind of got right into it as well. Only 4 minutes into it, we're just playing the game. I can jabberjaw for a while longer, but I really try not to. I just like to get the show on the road and stuff, but whenever there's a game that I have like an excruciating amount of detail for in my head, I'm like ready to nerd out. And so I can sit on the title screen for a minute and just talk. And I learned early on when I started recording videos that I was going to later on edit. Next time I get out there on the mic, I need to trim some of the fat. Like I'm talking too much because I'm not going to keep all this, and it's just causing me more work to edit all this stuff out that we're not keeping. You know what I mean? So I try not to just yammer for no reason. But also, you ever show up to a stream and the dude's just not saying anything? It's like, you can barely hear the game anyway. And if you didn't come here for ASMR... No man, if you're taking a nap while they're on, those are perfect streams, but... I don't know. I'm trying to hit the middle of the road. give the people what they want. So yeah, my mom used to sit up all night when I was younger and try to beat this game. And then when I was about her age, you know what? When I got caught up to her age, at that time I started speedrunning this game. And I don't know, it's just one of those things we kind of reminisce on. We used to play this together a lot. They also had it at the dentist office that I went to. And so it was kind of cool, like, there was just always this game of Sonic 2 that, you know, somebody was in the middle of, and then their name got called and they had to go back, and then the next kid took the controller. And it was usually on Green Hill Zone, but I would go to, like, I'd ramp it up a couple levels and then, you know, see if the next kid could handle that. By the time I come out, I'd usually be back on Green Hill Zone, but just a fond memory, I guess, being a youngster in the dentist office. Yeah, it was a cool time to be alive in gaming, was in the 90s, to be honest with you, like, because going back and forth between the Genesis and the SNES as a childhood, as a child, I had a pretty fucking good childhood, you know what I mean? Then the PlayStation 1 came out, and I was just like, man, I'm mega spoiled. And then just kept, like, the hits kept coming out, PlayStation 2, Xbox, Dreamcast, not in that order, but, you know, like, they were all bangers, every single one of them. I loved every one of those systems. And the only thing I wish I still had, I still got a GameCube, I got a PS2, I got an Xbox, the original one. Got a PS3, got a PlayStation. You know, got a way to emulate most of the stuff I used to have on, you know, 8 and 16-bit consoles. I got a way to access it anyway. The thing I wish I still had the most is a Dreamcast. My god, those were so cool. I really love this level. It can be a bit of a booger though, with some of the dropping platforms. It can be a bit of a nuisance, as it were. I like to spend the early levels just racking up lives, because you'll see for yourself when we get there, the later levels can be really annoying. And I'll probably just break down and use save states, because I'm shit. See, I'm not that guy anymore, you know what I mean? I'm not that guy anymore. But yeah, we should still be able to rack up a couple lives, even though I dropped the names. I know where a couple secret pickups are. Spent a lot of time with this game as a kid and in my 20s. It was worth coming back to. It's still worth coming back to. I played it this afternoon and I was just like, man, it still bangs. It really bangs. The soundtrack too. So for those who aren't in the know, if you're watching this, you're probably a big Sonic nerd and you already know. But they got this Japanese rock band to compose this entire soundtrack for Sonic 2. And it's just like, you can really tell, because like every instrument's doing something that sounds really dynamic and good. You know, everything plays well together. It's not your typical piece made for a video game. It's not your typical piece of bit music. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with bit music. There's a lot of bit music I still really like. I mean, God, Mega Man 3, that one's really good. I think it's just some lady who did that. No big rock band, but anyway, something about it contributed to the sound of this soundtrack, and it just made it better, you know what I mean? gave it that certain mojo. My girlfriend and I watched the Austin Powers movies theater recently. We watched a cut on YouTube that was the original movie, but with all the deleted scenes taken out, put back in. Well, I don't know if it was all of them, but like certain ones. And I thought it made the movie a lot funnier. Now, I know it was cut out for pacing, and it totally makes sense. If you try to put that in the theater or put it on the general VHS release, people are gonna kind of be like, what? This movie's kind of whack. But I thought, you know, because I've seen it so many times in the original form, you know, seeing those scenes put back in the context that they would have been in, it just added something fresh for me, and I was really enjoying that movie. And so we went looking around on the streaming services to see if they had 2 or 3. 2 was always my favorite growing up. I don't know why. I don't know, something about it just seemed a little more refined. And then 3, I don't know. I need to give 3 another chance, to be honest with you. Anyway, we ended up getting a Blu-ray collection because the streaming services either didn't have them or had them all for like a ridiculous price, and it's like, well, if we're gonna go that route, we want physical media. And so it was really nice of her. She got me the Blu-ray collection. It has all 3 of the movies, plus some bonus materials. I didn't see all the deleted scenes that we found on YouTube. Oh no, that's not how you want that to go. That we found on YouTube, but I could look again and see if they are there. But yeah, so we spent another night watching nothing but Austin Powers movies, and it was nice coming back to The Spy Who Shagged Me and Goldmember. But yeah, like I was saying, I need to give Goldmember another chance. I do find it funny. I think it is a really good movie, but I don't know, something about it. Maybe I was just going through sequel-litis when it came out. And then the night we watched it, I ended up falling asleep. And it does have, you know, some memorable jokes, stuff I still remember to this day. I think I've quoted it a few times throughout the years. You know, if it's quotable, you know, what's wrong with it? Anyway, I have a soft spot for the Austin Powers movies. I know they're not, like, politically correct and stuff. And people who know me, you might get this idea that it's something, it all has to be politically correct or whatever, and it's, like, not entirely the case. I don't fuck with you if you go out of your way to be a dick, you know what I mean? It's like, there was a time when we didn't know better. That's forgivable, you know? Or you might say something that's accidentally silly. But if you're going out of your way to be a dick, yeah, I don't fuck with you. Oh, let's see. That's why we know those extra lives. No, I'm just kidding. Bang your soundtrack. Yeah, this is my favorite song on the soundtrack for the longest time. Probably still is, to be honest with you. But yeah, when I got out of my Sonic phase, I got into a Mega Man phase pretty hard. Specifically, Mega Man X was something I fucked with, but I ended up fucking with Ooh, I hate those. I ended up fucking with Mega Man Classic a little bit later. Really got into it, actually, because I had some friends who swore by it. They're like, "Oh my god, why did that happen?" They swore by it. They're like, "No, you gotta fuck with all of them." I'm like, "Alright, I'll fuck with all of them." Mega Man Classic was really good. I was talking to my buddy Bowler, the retro gamer. I was talking to him the other day on his stream about classic Mega Man, and you know, between 2, 3, and 6. I forget what everyone else said were their personal favorites, but, you know, 3 definitely came up a lot for people. I think 6 is a sleeper hit. I think they just kind of nailed it, but it was really late in the NES life cycle for people to take notice. But yeah, 6 really slapped. 7's amazing too. It's just that, you know, Wily Boss is infamously hard, but what are you gonna do? But I guess part of the reason I bring up Mega Man on the Sonic stream is because, like, both of these series have a soft spot for me. And they both actually have more in common than people give them credit for. Like, besides the obvious choice in antagonists, the villains, you got Robotnik and Wily, you know, build robots to cause havoc, you know, or modifying robots, however you want to put it. They're roboticizing things to cause problems, you know what I mean? So, and they're both blue. How about that? But, you know, the obvious stuff aside, there was also a crossover in one of the comic lines. I thought that was pretty cool, especially if you're into that kind of stuff. The Mega Man comic wasn't bad. The the Sonic comic actually has a pretty interesting history. There were 3 different lines of Sonic comics out at one time throughout the 90s. Maybe they didn't all necessarily converge at the same time, but they all contributed interesting things to the canon, their own specific canon. They all had really good art, they had a really good writing, and I think there was a bit of a crossover between all of them at some point. I think they did acknowledge each other in some way, which was pretty cool. If I'm not mistaken, that went down. But yeah, there's a lot of history to the Sonic comics. It's kind of a big way to nerd out, so, you know, if that's something you like to put on and listen to stuff while you go to sleep or whatever, you know, that's definitely something to check out, is the history of Sonic comics throughout the years. Because there's a lot going on there. You really got to check out the art too. Like, there's some amazing stuff coming out. It's just like obviously done by hand. You know, the inking and the colored pencil. It had a really special look to it. But yeah, I was saying the Mega Man book was pretty good too. And you know, there's a bit of it that's kind of bare bones. But I think that's part of what makes the book work, is that it doesn't bite off more than it can chew. And just kind of like stays in line with the contemporary story of Mega Man and just does it, you know. But it figures out a way to give Mega Man like an emotional arc and stuff. And it kind of makes the events of like 2 or 3 games go by in a few issues. So that's one thing I could say as a negative about the Mega Man comics, is they feel a little bit rushed. And if you don't know your lore, it might get a little confusing, but well, actually, I don't think it's confusing, but it's hard to describe. It's just one of those things that makes it hit harder if you're a fan, I guess. But yeah, comic fans, definitely check out both series in all their forms. There was a Mega Man manga out at one point. It was pretty fucking decent, actually. I fucked with that for a little bit. I feel pretty vulnerable without rings right now. Oh wow, there's 20 of them sitting there in boxes and I didn't get none of them. Wow. Just flying by the seat of my chucks. Whatever. You like the way we were going fast? Well, get over it, because we're not going to see a whole lot more of that the rest of the game. That's a funny misconception about Sonic, is that the games are all about going fast, and it's like, yeah, they're kind of packaged that way. Like, this is the, you know, the high-speed dude with the attitude, but there's so much careful platforming in Sonic 2 that when you really start thinking about it, this game kind of punishes you for just running full speed like you want to. You have to take your time a lot of the time, or shit just doesn't work. This is such a catchy tune. I've created like an infinite list of inappropriate lyrics to that tune. Made me happy though. What do you want? One second, I'm just gonna check something out. What is going on here? Well, hey guys, I didn't see wall. It looks like the stuff isn't working the way I meant it to. But hey, how's it going, Metal Gear Snake and Spectral Rouge? Pinball is on this collection, actually. There was a Backrooms movie. I didn't know about that. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to... Yeah. Why? Okay. When you think you got everything working right, some stuff just doesn't work right. I can't see the chat over here, so that's wonderful. But other things are working correctly, so you got to take it where you can get it, I guess. But yeah, that's goofy. Why is a restream like this? For real. Why is a restream like this? It's not Sprite Night. Alright, screw it. Hey, Dead Muse, what's going on? Oh god, what did you do? Yeah, restream's being a little silly. I don't know what the hell happened with it. So, as you can see on the screen, there's supposed to be a chat box, but it's not operating correctly. Let's see here. Yeah. I don't know why it's like this. Apparently the restream is just not working right now. I don't know. I'll have to look at it more later. What the hell happened to my whole thing? I want to start playing again here in a second. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect this to be silly like this. All right. Well, at least it pulled an old... Whatever. Okay. Whatever. Try reinserting the link, maybe. Yeah, I tried... See, it just looks like it's not even going. You know what I mean? On the restream side. So yeah, this probably isn't going to Twitch like it's supposed to. I guess I'll just have to mess with it again another time. I'll have to just take note that this is what happened and tinker with it. But since I'm like in midstream and everything seems to be working okay, right? I guess I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, that's kind of a bummer that that is what's happening. Since that is like that though, we can just do the raw game with the mic, make it bigger. See, it's not a total loss. I can still see you. You can see me. Um, actually, here, we'll just use YouTube's chat. I see what you're saying. Just use the link. We'll use YouTube's chat since we're only doing YouTube anyway, right? Thanks for hanging tight with me on this. How's y'all doing tonight anyway? I haven't seen y'all in a while. I know Wyatt's been hella busy. He got a new job. I have been at the office a lot myself. Um, all right. So yeah, what I was gonna do was this. Um, over here, prime, boom. That is very white. Do we approve of this? And it's all stretched. I don't know. Can I control? Yes, I can control Z. That's amazing. We all just learned that tonight. So yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a big screen. And then I'm just gonna keep an eye on things on YouTube via YouTube. Yes, I got the new PC, Wyatt. I did. I am now on the new PC. Dusty and tired, pretty good. I've been resting and focusing on videos more than streams lately. Cool. Cool. It's I hear that. I feel that. Full screen edition. That's the way to go. So real quick, I'm going to put this where it goes. Put this where it goes. Dead memes, you still there? You didn't tell me how your day is going. I'm paying attention to everything, fool. I'm just messing around. No, we didn't use any AI. We don't want to allow any automatic bull stuff. Boom. That way people are going to come to the right stream for the right reasons. Yeah, it must have been weird when I was looking at the wrong chat for the longest time, and y'all are like, why isn't he saying anything to me? Sorry about that. While I'm stalling, did y'all see that there is a poll? Have you taken the poll? Do poll things. Let me know what's going on with you in the poll, and I'll do a midstream poll check on the quick. And yeah. Oh, okay. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Genesis Night. Sonic 2. Boom. Alright, save all of this. And yeah. It's probably going to be a little upset that I try to do this while on the stream. Alright. Hey, alright, everything's looking good and correct. Alright. Oh, there we go. My day was fine, and yes, I'm still here. Cool. Exclusive apps. Actually, I need to see if I can get one of my exclusive apps off of the hard drive. Because I'm going to be honest, there are times where you're going to want to edit something in a video and everything is being more complicated than what it needs to be for no freaking reason. And you'd just be like, I just want to do something that's a button press in Windows Movie Maker. And you'll start missing Windows Movie Maker. And it's very legacy. You can't get Windows Movie Maker on your new stuff. I hate the sneakers. They are the worst power-up in the game, I'll be honest with you. Now, this is the best power-up. So yeah, there are definitely times where I've needed to use Windows Movie Maker to make a simple snip on a very long clip, and you know, a more complex video editing app or program, as it were, while it can do much more complicated things, doing something simple on a large scale is like kicking it in the chest. So there have been times where I make simple edits on 2 or 3 different programs to make one video, while keeping track of everything in total, all the complicated steps along with it in the main app that it's all being built for the export. And that became a very complicated explanation, but you know what I mean. So what was the little something that started happening? Spectral Rouge, what was the little something? Did you get into a fight? Did you meet a new kitten? A miracle? Tell me about that miracle, White. I need to hear about some miracles. It's a good soundtrack. But yeah, next time before I start streaming again, I will try dropping the stream key in OBS one more time. Maybe it's just a weird hiccup. I was so excited for a perfect stream too. I was like, I got everything. I finally got everything that I needed. You know, I got the microphone thing under control. And what? I got a beast of a machine under control. Everything's cooperating, everything's working. And then Restream said no. And it caused me a whole 2 minutes worth of problems. That's alright. We were going to take breaks at some point. Is it just me or is the screen flickering? That's weird. was looking forward to a perfect stream. Yeah, I think the screen's flickering from time to time. I don't like that. I don't like these things either. This stage is just... Here's the thing about this stage. You'll get turned around very easily. And then you have to think really hard if it's worth going and getting something, because it's like, do I want to bounce around on something for 3 minutes and not be able to get off of it? The stage is like that. Hit the wrong angle, we get out of that. So you actually kind of want to hit this side. Nope. Alright, didn't do the thing I was talking about, but it eventually worked out. Because physics. Alright, so what are we talking about? Yeah, it's flickering. Damn it! Alright. Yet another hillbilly brawl happened and an arrest was made. That sounds like fun. Wyatt said, so on average I am accident prone and insurance worthy to say the least. Today had to restock some pallets of broken pavers. And my foot got stuck in a pallet. Turns out I stepped in a rusty nail and... oh god. It went into my shoe but missed my foot by literally a centimeter. That is pretty miraculous, dude. I'm glad you're okay. It went into my shoe. Wow. It is. Alright. Well, at least your streams don't do the lag BS yours does. Again, can't wait till you get a PC. I'm sorry, yours is streaming, dude. That does suck. Was so surprised I didn't have to be sent to an urgent care. Hole in shoe is comically close to my foot. That is amazing, though. Does anyone know how to fix this flickering issue? I'm on Windows 11 using the most modern version of OBS. Looks like it's moving at 30 frames per second, or it's trying to. What's with the flickering, dude? Alright, I just refreshed the device by deactivating and reactivating it. Hopefully, that stops the flickering. Just gonna look for another second. Okay, seems flickerless now. Huh, alright. Hopefully everything's alright with that. I was so surprised I didn't have to be sent to an urgent care. Hole in the shoe. Yeah, dude, that is terrifying. I'm glad you're okay, though. Back in the day, I used to do overnight freight, and the random bits of metal that would come flying at me. I didn't realize how dangerous that job was until after I'd been sent to the emergency room like 4 or 5 times. It flickered again, didn't it? Buttholes. I knew not to be there. So this boss could be a little difficult. Or he could be really easy. It just kind of depends on your rhythm. You gotta get into a rhythm with it. And not rush it. You definitely want to take your time more than rushing it. Whoops. Before I even know what the word for half pipe was, I was doing this. I said baby. As a little acidic oni. Thoughts on Spider-Man movie coming out next month? I thought the trailer looked pretty cool, I'll be honest with you. I can't hate on that trailer. And to see John Berthal's Punisher in something a little more lighthearted, I think that's going to be interesting. That's definitely going to be, you know, the kind of send off for the nerds that we need in certain ways. So something cool about Punisher, like Punisher fans know this, but like your general everyday public person doesn't know this, but Punisher originally debuted in the Spider-Man comics. So to see that aspect finally getting some kind of due in live action is pretty nice. The closest we ever got to it was in the Spider-Man cartoon that I grew up with back in the 90s. That was a cool show. It was also a very toyetic show. They pulled their punches with a lot of things, like literally. There were not a lot of punches thrown. I think the story stood very well on their own without making them egregiously violent, but at the same time, it gets to be a little noticeable when somebody's in a lot of fights and nobody ever throws a single punch. Anyway, I think it's going to be cool to see the Punisher in a Spider-Man movie, finally. I think it's going to be cool. So what's neat about these little loop-de-loops is that you gotta press down to go into the spin dash while you're on the loop. I don't know, it's not like too technically complicated of a button press, but I thought it was pretty cool. Damn screen flicker. You figure it out one of these days. Somehow, some way. Oh, that one got me right in the tush. We don't like that. We don't like being stabbed in the tush. Some people on the internet may say the same, say the opposite thing, but it's none of their business, really. Maybe I do, but not with you. That's what you're actually mad at. You just can't get any enough. What? Oh, I was going for the high fly. This is a fun stage, though. The next stage starts getting kind of... No, it's not. It's not the next stage I'm thinking of. I think it's like the stage after that. It gets very windy, very fast. Actually, yeah, they kind of start getting windy on the next stage moving forward, to be honest with you. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat. Yeah, it would be cool to see Punisher as more than a cameo. Wasn't he hunting Spider-Man? Yeah. I forget the premise, but with a guy like Punisher, he just kind of needs one reason. Like, dude's wearing a mask. He's got something to hide. I'm going after him. I'm going to go ahead and bounce since I need some sleep. All right, man. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. Yeah, you'll gotta let me know what you think of when it comes out. He needs no punches. He uses his power of logic and level-headedness. He is pretty cool in that regard. Are you going for all the emeralds or not? No, I'm not going for all the emeralds. I might do that as a follow-up stream if people are into it enough to see me do such a thing. But currently, I'm not interested in doing that and getting the real ending, as they say. I'd be interested in seeing what I can do to make this not flicker while streaming. That'd be cool. But I don't know what I can do in the middle of a stream. Maybe if I hit settings, go to stream. No, there's not a whole lot I can do here. Video, it's all grayed out while I'm streaming too. I won't be able to do anything. So it is what it is. It won't be perfect. But hopefully it's more livable than what we were dealing with before. Still sucks, but yeah. Anywho. Maybe a quick bathroom break after this level. Dun, 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 dun. It's one of Barney's relatives or something. Purple dinosaur in the lava. Yeah, you gotta watch your back around here. You do not want to just start taking off. See, you don't want to just start doing stuff. I got hit by that dude always reminded me of those little red candies. They're like little red orbs that are a hard candy, kind of like a jawbreaker, but they're much smaller, and they just kind of taste like big red gum. They're supposed to be like fire hots or something, but you know, they just kind of taste like cinnamon. My bad. Oh, I gotta use the bathroom, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll be back soon. I cannot focus while I gotta use the bathroom. staying caught up on the mobile while I was doing my thing. And yeah, Wyatt, I didn't actually realize it was set before the X-Men, but that's pretty cool. I'd definitely mess with it. It looks dope. Alright. Sorry, that was sudden, but I had to use the bathroom. I'm good now. Let's roll. Oh, we're just going in raw? Damn, we're just going in raw, bro. Shoot. Alright. I might get stuck in Sonic too. Well, that's not good. Dun, 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 dun. Nope. What are you doing, man? Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna die. Yeah, that always cracks me up. I've never done that before. Huh. Hold on, no, I want to try that again. So I was about here-ish, right? Wow. Huh. I wonder if that's just on this version. Oh wow, I am getting like hard stuff there. That is interesting. Huh. That is super weird. Alright, so maybe it's not exactly identical to playing on Genesis. And if that's on the Genesis and I didn't realize that, then that's neat. I feel like I would have found that by now. That cannot be a today of discovery, you know? I'm looking... Oh, what'd you say? We're looking for a Subaru at the moment. People are batshit with this... with some Facebook Marketplace prices. Oh yeah? What are they trying to sell it for, Wyatt? What are they trying to sell their Subarus for? Subarus are good, though. They're kind of on the compact side, but you can still haul a lot of stuff if you need to. If that's your thing. If that's your bag, baby. Alright. Now, if I can just do this boss and not lose all my rings, I'll be one happy acidic. Oh my god. I was just saying, I don't want to lose my rings. And my blue ass, I do it anyway. My blue fuzzy ass. My blue fuzzy ass is going to blow up your fiery tank. Yeah, you can pretty much sing anything you want to that song. I swear it's perfect. It is the perfect boss battle music for making up lyrics. We've seen an Outback from 92 for 6,000 and a Legacy 2001 for 8,000. Yeah, I guess maybe they can come down a grand or two. If I can get out with a fully working vehicle that's about 20 years old for less than $5 grand, I would say it's a good day. It's getting a little harder to find that vehicle that's like just, you know, $500. Actually, it's been a long time since I found a vehicle for $500 and everything was fine on it. Like, honestly, now that I say it out loud, I feel like I'm kind of lying, but it's actually true. I did buy a car for $500 twice in my life, and it was perfect. But I just ran the shit out of them. I drove them hard. But yeah, I think cars, you know, especially used cars, something about 10 to 20 years old, like, you should be paying about $2 grand for a car that, you know, has a working engine, has a working AC, no transmission problems, gets you from point A to point B reliably, you know, doesn't leak oil, doesn't leak gas, no silly shit, you know, no silly shit. You should be able to find a car for $2 grand. Now maybe I'm just preaching, but it used to be a time. I don't know, I do find lots, like, around where I live. There are lots that have used cars for, like, between, like, $2 to $3 grand. I think they look like pretty reasonable deals. As long as everything works on them, you know. This one started messing me up earlier. Kinda want to get up to this. Yeah, I did it without getting stabbed. Oh no, I got stabbed anyway. Dudes in prison be like, I got lunch today without getting stabbed. Oh, never mind, I got stabbed anyway. Sorry for dudes in prison if that was insensitive, my bad. I'm not trying to be insensitive. Maybe you'll find it funny, I don't know. I'm getting instant karma by this lightning bug. Like, the shit over there is just not that important. No, actually, I have a sensitive side for the incarcerated. Because, I don't know. There are very few times where I've seen absolute pure evil. I have seen it. And usually, people can do something that's just pure evil. And the law will see nothing wrong with it. And it's kind of messed up, right? It is pretty messed up. But generally speaking, even when people mess up and get incarcerated, you know, generally speaking, most people aren't evil. They're just complicated. They're just complicated. Most people. There are gonna be some cases, you know, like you can start typing furiously in the comments, like, what if somebody does this atrocious thing? Yeah, like, that's evil. That's evil. You don't... I'm not gonna argue with you on that. It is evil. But I don't know. I don't think I've seen so many cases where we should lock the door and throw away the key entirely, you know. Most people are just complicated, and the kind of actions that could be taken to not only prevent what happened from happening again, but also actually helping them, you know, recover so they don't feel the need, you know, for whatever reason. Some kind of rehabilitation system, you know, like, if that were in place, I think that would be much more humane, for one. And, I don't know. Not to sound like a hippie, but they have done it in other countries, and it seems to work. Who knew? Who knew that not being entirely punitive about everything would actually have results. But, you know, the current system we have where you just punish people when they mess up has this, like, tendency to just keep people in the system and encourage recidivism because, you know, like, you know, their needs still aren't met when they get out and they don't know what else to do. So they just turn to the same old shit. They call it con college for a reason because while you're in there, you just get better at crime. Like, I swear to God, you'll learn how to learn crack without even asking, you know, like, this information will just be given to you while you're trying to sleep. Because people are bored and trying to pass time. You'll learn some shit that you never needed to know. And it's like when you get out of a multiple month stint of that, like, your options of a normal life have gone down dramatically, I'm just saying. So I do feel for people who make a mistake, get the harsh end of the justice system, and then because of that mistake in the harsh end of the justice system, you're permanently labeled with something that doesn't necessarily represent them fairly, fully, and accurately. And now they're stuck with this label over their head, and their options have minimized. I think it's messed up. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox and figure out my way around the Mystic Caves. Alright, this one could be getting difficult because the spikes are coming down, and I swear I'll check the chat here in a second. This game takes more focus than I actually gave it credit for. I'd be like, yeah, this would be easier live stream. I've been doing this since I was a kid, but this game can still mess me up. It will still remind me who is the boss. Is he going faster that time? I think he was. I always liked his little, you know, mustache situation. I always thought he was just a funny looking sprite. Dr. Eggman. Alright, checking up on the chat. Alright, so Wyatt was saying... But I am also seeing some decent deals for around 2K. Miles on these are around 200,000. That's not bad. You've seen some for 900,000. They are missing a lot. Or for 900. Word. Exactly. I am down with the no silly shit policy, right? In my mind, if you have more than 50 years, probably a chill guy. If you are in there for that long, then you must be kind of chill. More violent prisoners when they have less time. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. It's hard to say exactly what everyone's temperament will be. You know, I think for the most part, people just want to get out, so it's like most people just want to serve their sentence without adding on any more time, any more injuries or scars. Just get the damn thing over with. And move on with their lives, you know? So, like, the idea of somebody being in prison automatically making them violent also, you know, I think that's something that society needs to calm down about. I don't know, we have a very odd society here in the United States, you know, like, the way we have propagandized the criminal justice system. You know, it wasn't that long ago that we used to poke fun at cops in the media all the time because, like, they were actually inept and we rightfully made fun of them. And they went to Hollywood and signed a fucking deal. So, you know, like, there was a term for it. They called them Keystone Cops. They were just really inept cops that came up in Keystone films. How did I get on this? But yeah, so this whole thing, you know, like, we've gone from openly criticizing cops in the media to no one is really ever really allowed to say a bad word without it being met with some kind of friction. Even if what you're saying isn't even technically bad, but you're just speaking the truth. Like, you can just be like, this happened, this date, and somebody out there will be like, yeah, well, they're just doing their jobs, and if it wasn't for the criminals, and they have more rights than us, and it's just like, alright, calm down, Skeeter. I don't know which member of Fox News newscast told you that, but that doesn't necessarily make it fucking so. These people didn't steal your job, and they don't deserve to be shot if they did. So, like, the way people will turn on, like, just their own humanity after you can conveniently label somebody a criminal is just kind of bizarre. I'm not saying only Americans do it. I mean, it happens in other countries. You know, we didn't invent fascism, but, you know, it's a little funny how within like 50 years we're trying to perfect it. Kind of funny. Not ha-ha funny. This is what I mean, like, people think I'm woke and shit, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, let's just not be shitheads to each other, you know? I don't think it's that complicated. I'm not saying we gotta be PC or anything, but, you know, like, there's a right and wrong to treating other people, and, you know, we can easily agree on that, right? Would you like me to do that to you? Boom, then don't do it. I like this section. It's like you're getting the drop on the first two, and then the last one's turn around like, no, no, no. I knew we'd be getting an ambush. Sometimes I think about emergent storytelling. Like what would have to be the apparent story of something that occurs because the way the level is presented. I think about stuff like that. And it's really easy in Sonic too, because like these levels have so much character, you know, like what is this place? The oil sea level? Oil ocean zone. That's right, alliteration, that makes a lot of sense. Like, what the hell is the oil ocean zone? I'm sure we could get in the, like, user manual from 1992 and figure out exactly what this place is lore-wise, and it'll probably blow our freaking minds. But, you know, like, imagine why they have mechanical seahorses in a place called the Oil Ocean. What purpose do they serve? And I started thinking about that earlier during my practice runs. Like, here's the purpose I think they serve. I think they sift out impurities in the oil ocean. So this oil can be basically farmed and sold. I think that's what's happening here. But who am I? Who am I? I'm not some Sonic lore keeper. It'd be cool if I was, though. Sonic lore is pretty wild. I know I was talking about the comics earlier, so I don't need to harp on that too much more, but... Shit! Fucking seahorse! This lore is wild. Yeah, we had, like, ribeyes tonight. They were delicious, but ribeyes always... Like, if I eat every bite of the ribeye, something about the way the marbling fat sits on my stomach just does not agree with me. So, hopefully, I don't need another abrupt break. We're gonna try to avoid that. But I had a delicious steak dinner tonight. And I will never say no to a ribeye anyway. Like, give me a ribeye. I'm gonna eat every freaking bite of it. Every single bite. I'm gonna catch up with the chat here in a second, but there's really not a lot of downtime with Sonic. Especially this particular game, I've noticed there's not a lot of downtime with Sonic 2. But for later when I catch up to the chat, what's y'all's favorite cut of the steak? The sirloin, the filet? Are you a New York strip kind of guy? You want it all with the T-bone? With the tizzle bizzle? What else? There's another cut of meat out there I'm not thinking about. Maybe I might have covered them all. Might have covered them all. It's actually not too complicated getting to know your steak cuts. I worked in a steakhouse for a while. That was a pretty cool job. Basically, to be a server, they trained you like you were in the kitchen. On your first day, they would take you into the kitchen, take you into the cold room where the meat was. It's like, you know, before you can really wait the tables here, you gotta know what you're talking about. I meant to hit the duck button, but I did not duck fast enough. So they take you into the meat cooler, where the meat guy had already sliced up all the meat for the day. And yeah, they had their own meat slicer. You'd come in the morning, you'd take just big old chunks of meat and slice it up for the restaurant to use. And man, this is just wild. Original strategy right here. And then they give you the breakdown of all the meat and what cut was, why you would want one cut over another. So whenever somebody would be like real picky and they'd be like, oh shit, I want, something with a lot of flavor but not too fatty, just be like, okay, I get what you probably want a fillet. The fillet is gonna be fattier than the sirloin, but not nearly as fatty as the ribeye. And it's gonna be really tender, it's gonna be really juicy, and it's gonna taste really good. Anyway, sorry for making everyone hungry. I'm making my audience hungry right now. I need to catch. Nope. No ring for me. I liked it. He did not want to put a ring on it. I meant to jump over the fire. You gotta do better than that. Alright, I'll catch up on chat real quick. Alright, so what y'all saying with y'all faces? Nightbot took over the conversation. Little bastard. Alright. Acorn Cop? Acorn Cop. What needs that much oil to need an ocean? That's a good question too. That is a very that's a world building question and I need the answer. Dude, Cyberpunk has the most insane lore. It's crazy. It really does have some pretty out there lore, dude. Whatever cut is the biggest and most absorbent. Like a sponge? You like to eat sponge steak, Wyatt? I mean, I've never tried it. I've had shark steak. That's pretty good. I'm stuck in the oil. But yeah, that's my theory. It's basically... Oh, man. I'm getting stuck here, of all places. I think this is basically an oil farm or refinery. They find the oil in, like, mass quantities. They basically have an ocean's worth just spilling out into some kind of, like, giant chasm in Planet Mobius, right? This is how it breaks down in my head. And then they just sell this shit, you know? I need some more cheese. Wait, what? No, I'm just talking about food a lot right now, but we got some cheese in the fridge. It's kind of sounding nice as a snack. There we go. See, I can beat Sonic. Yes, the sponge steak. That's silly. Alright, that last flicker was actually in the emulation. Alright, so I'm trying not to be a negative person, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't like this stage. It is so damn hard for no reason. It's the only one in the game where there are 3 acts. Every other level is 2 acts. This one's 3. Oh my god. And yeah, like in every other level, everything's out to kill you, but the stuff that you have to react to in this level is ridiculous. And for 3 acts, are you kidding me? See, I lost my shield just instantly right there. There are too many things like that too, that you just gotta move really fast to react to it. See, like, I don't even know when I'm safe against that guy. I'm so tired of getting punched in the face by crabs, and that is not a euphemism. No matter what my friends say. Oh my god, this level is so fucking annoying, though. Yeah, this one's very windy. We thought Mystic Cave was windy, or the last one was windy. This level said, hold my beer, bro. We're gonna take you up, we're gonna take you down, we're gonna make you think you're supposed to be going right, we're gonna shove you left, who knows? Who even knows? See, I gotta go in the opposite direction. Cats and dogs living together, complete anarchy. Now this is actually kind of a cool mechanic. You'll like snap onto it, and if you hold the right direction, you go up. If you hold the left, you go down. Pretty simple. And they like have little traps built around them. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm not bad. No, I hate these guys. With those homing things, like once they throw their arms, they're done. Like they're no longer a threat. But they throw them out pretty much instantly. And the danger zone that is created, the coverage of hitboxes that's created by those mantis arms, those blades, is pretty formidable, to be honest. Damn it. I hate these guys, man. Yeah, I don't want to sit around and complain for 3 levels, or for 3 acts, but man, this one's hard. For like no reason. See how far I jumped off? That was amazing. So yeah, those mantis dudes can be around any corner, so I just periodically stop moving and check what's going on before I start moving again. I didn't even see that guy. I guess I gotta go up. Up here, maybe. maybe down. I don't know. See, I don't like this level now. Good song. Level has a good song, but alright. Yeah, if you aren't supposed to go that way, it won't let you through. So we're heading the correct direction. We're gonna need that. Things. I lost every ring. Are you kidding me? I got lucky there. Oh my god. How many layers deep is this, man? Somebody just finished building the taco. I will see you next time. Gotta get ready for work with some sleep. We will talk soon. Gotta show you some peak stream games. Steam games. Hell yeah. Alright, man. Well, you get some rest and have a good night. It was good chatting with you. Good seeing with you. And definitely appreciate you hanging out with me. And when I came back from my restroom break, I didn't put it on the right stream. There we go. Now it's on the right stream. But yeah, I appreciate you, man. Get some good rest. Eat the snacks. Make the money. This part is ridiculous. Every bit of this is ridiculous. See, what do you do there? What do you even do there? What do you do there? I got thrown into that one. I hate these things, man. This did not have to be 3 levels long either. Yeah, this level is different. Like, this one just came into the relationship wanting a divorce. It just is so hostile. This is an unlovable level. Unlovable. You heard me. Somehow I feel like I'm just going in circles right now. How about we try going up? Yeah, it's very easy to lose your way around this one. It had no business being this windy. That really hurts my feelings. Hopefully the stars don't generate back too. They might. I really don't like those stars. It's hard to parse out where you need to be to not get... God damn. To not get hit. Actually, I don't really need to mess with going up here. I can go this way. There's really not an easy direction, but there are certain ways that are definitely harder. You get punched in the face with crabs. Or snuck up on with the mantis knives. Yeah, I don't know why they had to come out so hard with this one. It's like the... Oh my god! It's like the developers are just mad at gamers, dude. Like, calm down for a second. What do you do there? What do you do there? Nobody knows. I knew I was going to get to a point with this game tonight where I would be like, yeah, we can play this next time. And it might be the stage. I really don't like the stage. Everything just hurts you constantly. No, get away from me. Easy come, easy go, right? I'll leave some rings just in case I need them. You see, like, what do you do there? What do you really do there? I wasn't far enough away to regenerate it, respawn it, whatever. At least I'm dead for real. That's like the only thing that I really appreciate is that they are still dead, and we can see. That's what I hate. Just mantis ambushes, man. Yeah, I think my next stream, since I'm up and going again, I'm gonna look at the frame rate stuff, see if that handles the flicker. There'll be some experimentation, and then I'll probably be coming back with Portal 2. Shit, I forgot about him. I've been meaning to play Portal 2 on a stream anyway, but obviously stream crashes and microphone crackle just kind of killed those dreams in the tracks. But now that I'm back grooving, the only thing I gotta get back now is because, like, I gotta get the license per computer that I have it on. I gotta get the money to have the license for my video editing software, and I'm basically back in the groove on all fronts. Oh my god. So yeah, there is a PayPal. All tips will go towards making the channel a better thing for everybody. I don't charge anything. Oh no. I don't charge anything to watch my videos otherwise. So yeah, if anybody wanted to throw in and help out with that, that'd be super appreciated. Definitely get a shout out for that. No pressure or nothing. I'm sure I'll get it done forthwith one way or another. I assassinated him. Oh no, I got whacked. And I forgot about him. Yeah, he can't go too fast. Really can't go too fast. Get patty whacked. Yeah, that's the only thing left is figuring out the screen flicker and then get my editing software back up. And we're fully in the new swing. Probably release a couple more videos to fill out Season 4 and then start moving into Season 5. Try to play with some different ideas or something. It's always kind of evolving and mutating a little bit. Don't want to stay stagnant. Even if you figure out something, like, the technique's got to evolve. Speaking of figuring something out, and shit, you see that? Like, what are the odds? I don't know. If you're not familiar with the channel, then you... Oh no. I hate this one, man. You may not know that I recently had a video go off pretty hard. I did a video essay, sort of like an analysis kind of thing on Metal Gear Solid 2. So if you're here for the retro games, you're here for the video essays, and you're definitely here for Metal Gear Solid, that video is, I made it for you. Enjoy. But yeah, it blew up pretty quickly. I was really surprised. Like, of course I want all my videos to do well, I just didn't really expect that one to do so well. So it was kind of overwhelming for, you know, the first day or so that it was up. Or, you know, after, you know, started taking off, it was a little overwhelming, but I got used to it. And I read every single comment, and I addressed every single person. I responded to every single person. There's one person I didn't respond to, but I couldn't really understand what he was trying to say, to be honest with you. There's just like, there's a couple of those where you're just like, I think they're just kind of talking into the wind, like they're mad at somebody, and it's not me, whoever they're mad at, you know. That's between them and that person, but today I'm the one on the other end of their keyboard, so there's been a couple of those. But yeah, that video did really well. Like, over 6,000 views, going into the 7,000 range. I was very surprised. Pleasantly surprised, but very surprised. That was close. Well, yeah, like, obviously I want my videos to do good. And I'll be honest some more, when that video started going off, like, I was a little intimidated by it. It was like, that's just a lot of attention on the work, you know? Kinda got used to being in the small channel range. Flicker, flicker. The damn flicker. It's still going off. Those bastard mantises. Oh my god, he hit me without arms. That was sad. Yeah, there's a crab there. Like, maybe I can... Oh my god, he's so close. Yeah. Hard to tell with the crabs, you know. Hard to tell what to do with them. Might as well just hit them with the shampoo, you know. You gotta hit them with the shampoo. Oh my fucking god. Every corner with this. Every corner. Every corner. Yep, there's something just waiting to kill me right there, too. Okay. I hate this level. Will y'all go away? Now I gotta respawn the platform. Oh no, it's stuck. Hopefully those dudes won't respawn by the time I get back. Oh my god. I really hate the traplet zone. Like, the last 3 levels just have to be so much extra. For what reason? Good music. I'm not mad at the music. Come on, dude, just turn around. Like Michael Myers right now. I hate these guys. This used to be my favorite Sonic, but you know, if I go back to like 1 or 3, this might not be my favorite one anymore. God, fuck, I hate the trackless sound. I don't know how I ever speedrun this game. With levels like this, like, oh my god. Shut up with that. Sorry. There's one of them that just like slinks you right into the enemy. Into an enemy. They're so rude. For scaring me, I'm popping you. Yeah, I jumped at the wrong time. That's on me. I think this is a lot like the disappearing blocks from Mega Man. It's kind of how I see it. Pretty similar concept, honestly. I just don't know what's gonna come out and kill me, man. I'm scared. Jesus. We haven't even got to the bullshit part yet. There's a part that is absolute bullshit. Like how you pop them and then like a little animal runs off. So even if you take out your aggression, it's like, oh yeah, I did a good thing. I freed a little critter. Speaking of little critters, there was a snake in the yard today. I think it was more scared of us than we were of it. But we just backed off, gave it some distance, and it started going off in the opposite direction. So it was like, cool. Damn it. No, no, no. But you know, ideally we wouldn't have any altercations with snakes, but thankfully that one just went fine. Assassinated him. I fucked up. Oh my god, really? That's on me. See, it would happen on this one too. This would be the level. I would really like a Coca-Cola right now. That sounds really good. Like a vanilla Coke? Yeah. Just really into food lately, I don't know. These guys. I hate these guys. Get out of here with your crappiness. No. New animal comes out when the star pops, though. When the star self-destructs, I guess it's just a robot. I guess it's better than the alternative. Or maybe a little critter doesn't come out because it's self-destructed. Oh my god, the lore just got so much darker for me. Speaking of Sonic lore, let's come back to it. So, how earlier I was saying there were 3 different comic continuities? Well, there was also 2 different cartoon continuities. Shit. One was much lighter. Oh no, god damn it. One was much lighter toned. I hate this level. And the other one was much more serious toned. Both of them pretty decent though. If you're into Sonic, you probably enjoy both of them for different reasons. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I hate this level. Why is it still going? It's like driving through Florida. God, just end. Why does the jump button not need a... Can it not unionize before we jump first? Can we just go? It's like a little sticky coming off the conveyor belt for some reason. Conveyor belt plays with Sonic's physics a little bit. You seem to speed them up. And add some inertia when you're trying to jump off. How does it pick up in my headphones? Finally, fantasy. There we go. No mantises. Oh, fucking hell. I have one ring. I know there's something over here. Now it's a stealth game. Alright, I'm trying to play Ninja Gaiden with it. So scared to get assassinated. Nope. See, it's just a crab dude. This is why I don't hang out with y'all. Y'all think silly shit like this is cool, and it's really not. Crab dudes are not cool. Especially ones with one really big crabby fist that just punch you as soon as you touch a ledge. They're not cool. Name me one person who hangs out with them, you know? I got lucky. That positioning, I got lucky that time. Everyone knows it. Because you get hit from every fucking corner in this level. Like, I know everything's trying to kill you in every other level of the game, too. But something's different about this one, man. This one's just going out of its way. Like, I'll litigate this until I turn blue in the face. Sonic Blue. Whatever, I'm making entertainment for my dog anyway. Turn around, you fucker. Assassinated. Yeah, if I die once, it's a game over. So... can't die. Oh my god. If I kill this dude, I go on to the next thing. Oh no. Kinda wish I had tails right now. Or at least a ring, Jesus. Fucking hell. It didn't even go this bad last time earlier. I really hate the Tropos. Oh my god, I really hate it. I really hate it. It's just insulting to have to play this level, dude. It's just so mean. Kind of why I didn't mess with Sonic 1 too much was because it had 3 acts per level too. It's just like, it was enough that this stage did it, you know, and the sequel, like, kind of, whenever I think about the first game, I kind of don't want to go back to it. And Sonic didn't have the spin dash from a standing still position move yet. He hadn't learned that from King Kai yet. I'm just kidding. It's kind of funny how much Dragon Ball and Sonic have in common. They're pretty similar. Somebody made a video about it. It's in my Watch Later playlist. I'll throw it in the Discord if anyone's interested. It's mostly just for me to watch while I do dishes or something. I like to watch YouTube when I do chores. It's kind of where it sits in my life, mostly. Noticed a couple things about YouTube. They're kind of wearing me out, though. Like, I just really don't like the trend. And, like, I don't even enjoy being on YouTube as much as I used to. It's kind of weird. It's kind of bumming me out a little bit. Because I don't want it to be that way. Like, I don't want to have a negative relationship with YouTube. But, you know, something's got to change for the better, and it's probably not going to happen soon. Fuck. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah. It's not gonna happen overnight. If it ever does really happen, you know. Because sometimes things that you think are just trends with the internet end up sticking around for a very long time. And other things you think they'll never go away and just turns out to be fads. It's fun to think about, but a meme can die, or at least it becomes irrelevant and disinteresting, you know. Something you had to be there for. It exists in its time and place. Nowhere else, really. Okay, I'll just take the damage boost out. Thank you. God damn it. This level. I swear to God. Thank you. No, 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 no. Not again. Yeah, that happens. That happens here. Why is this level gotta be like this? It really does kind of piss me off, I'll be honest with you. Oh no, not this again. Sticky button. Off the conveyor belt. I hate that. God damn it. Those mantis dudes really suck. Now I'm here again. I'm gonna grab a ring or something, I don't know. Oh no, I can't. I just have to face this. I hate this level. Why did they make it like this? No rings. I know something's coming up. What is it? God damn it. I hate these fucking things. It's fucking level. I had a feeling this one might just dip me tonight, so I might come back and finish this game on another stream. But if I get hit again, it's a game over. I got no way to protect myself. Everything is bullshit in this stage. I don't think my chances are good. Yeah. Alright, so I kind of hit my patience well with this. It's getting late. I'm willing to play a different game for a few more minutes before I go to bed, but I'm good on this right now. I cannot stand the Metropolis stage. I want to do something different. The end of this game really just gets to me. I used to do this on a cartridge with no save states, and I don't know how I did it, to be honest with you. Like, the end of this game is just too much. Anyway, this has been your boy Oni. Thanks for hanging out for as long as y'all did. Thanks for stopping in, chilling. Thanks for everyone who chatted me up. I saw some dead memes and Metal Gear Snake, aka Wyatt, Spectral Rouge came through, so everyone went to bed, but everyone have a good night. Otherwise, I'll come back on and do another ASMR style stream after I look at my setup, see if I can get the flickering to stop. But yeah, I'm good on this right now. If y'all like this, leave me a comment or something. Do the doodly doo. Let me know that you like it, and then next time I'll come back and play the end of this game. And then play something else on the Genesis collection. I have a whole, like, you know, retro night about it. But in the meantime, I'll think of something else I want to play. To chill. Might just be some fights or something on Fight Night. Oh yeah, let me read the poll real quick before we get out of here. So the poll. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, it was on the other one. I didn't get it set up on this one, so that sucks. The poll didn't come through. Alright, I lied about the poll. Alright. Yeah, because Restream didn't get set up right. I don't know what the hell happened with Restream either. So a couple hiccups on this one. But, yeah. Alright. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'll take it easy.